If your receptacles are not sensitive to life, it will be sensitive to death. Did you see Jesus? He came to the Pharisees, they perfected religion, and he looked at them. He said, well, I'm not moved by rituals. You are of your father, the devil. The lust of your father shall ye do. Because that intrinsic one is superior to the extrinsic one. That inner one is superior to the outward one. The outward one can be a lie, but the inner one can never be a lie. You can do religion, but your lust is what defines you. And if your lust is substituted to the operations of life, even if you don't have a religious activity to engage in, you will still become like God. This is why the men of old, when they didn't have organized churches to help them, they still carried so much God that we only read about. Because the inner one is superior to the outer one. Don't get me wrong. Church helps and facilitates growth. It's a great blessing that we have a church where we come to hide and be built up. But over and above that, there is an operation taking place on your inside. It may not be loud. It may not sound religious. But if you know from here that that thing happening on your inside is the prompting of life, you will nurture it. Because usually the way it works is that it draws you to where it has authority. So it draws you to God's presence. It draws you to a fellowship. It draws you to a word. It draws you to prayer. As it's happening, just follow it. Don't seek or seeking an angel. Just follow it. Follow it gradually. You may come to the prayer and sleep throughout. Next week, the prayer is on. It will still say, come. Just keep coming. It's growing. Lust is fighting life. But if you give life a chance, it will subdue lust. Sometimes you carry a message. He say, hear this message. You put the message, you sleep off. Don't worry, be sleeping. If the devil can sow while men slept, God too can sow while men sleep. Just be hearing. Sometimes he puts the message, the worship of a minister. You are just hearing the man, You think you are enjoying. And Dunsin is singing. And you think you are having a good time. After a while, when you go to the boss, you are no longer with the tape, but the song continues. And this time around, you are no longer singing and dancing. You are being instructed. Because the word that he spoke in that song become a teacher in your spirit man. And that teacher will come with koboko to shape you until you obey. Sometimes if you refuse, even when you go to sleep, the song will still be singing. Because that's life at work. You can't sleep away from here. There is a realm where men don't sleep. Because even while you say you are sleeping, your spirit is alive. So the teacher will continue. That's how men gradually enter the frequency of life. And when they enter, sonship is born. Everything we'll be doing in this conference will be to help you nurture life. Everything, the instructions, the teachings, the impartations, all of that is to help you nurture life. Because your transformation is at the mercy of how much you yield to life. God decided to make it in such a way that nobody can deny. It is happening deep on your inside. You can't deny it. In fact, when life becomes strong in you, you will discover you have a problem with somebody and you lose your sleep. If you like, go to a stadium, fly to London and watch Chelsea. When you are done shouting, the moment you come out of that match, the teacher will come back and say, that argument, you were wrong. You were wrong. You may be a governor. Nobody can tell you the truth to the face, but not life. The voice of life will rebuke you, and it will rebuke you without quoting the words. It will tell you you were wrong. In fact, it will go further and tell you you were manipulative when you were talking. And when you want to argue, you say you are becoming a beast. And if you don't stop, you say if you don't stop, you will die. Nobody can tell you that. Some people are so big that even their pastor are careful in talking to them. Not life. Because life is immortal. It existed before you were created. And so there's nothing you become that life will fear you. The ministry of the fullness. It's an organic ministry. It works in the hearts of men with a desire to mortify their flesh so that the propensities of the spirit that is locked in them can find expression. Aliyah, hey, Aliyah, eh. Aliyah,